Well, like every school, Mizzou tries to have a home court advantage, and that could even include a voice inside the arena. KOMU8's Ethan Illers tells more about a man behind a mic.
Find out how at MissouriCU.org.
If you attend Mizzou men's basketball home games, chances are you recognize this voice.
Don't take a bank shot if you can dunk.
And if you listen to Clear 99 Country Radio, chances are you've heard this voice before.
Today's Best Country, Clear 99 and Luke Bryan. Move. Thank you for listening this afternoon. Hope you're having a great day.
But what you probably didn't know is that it's the same person behind the mic. His name is Aric Bremer. That's Aric with an A.
When I was a kid, I hated it because, you know, you'd go to like Branson, you couldn't get a keychain that had your name on it because nobody spelled it that way. But as I got into college, I realized at Mizzou that it was a way to stand out and like people remember it that way. Oh, Aric with an A. Okay, well, I'll remember that. So as I got older, it got to be more of a conversation piece and it got better.
Raised in Sedalia, Bremer grew up on country music and grew to enjoy the deeper meaning of the songs.
For me, this music is telling stories. I mean, it's telling stories that I can relate to, a lot of things that have happened to me in real life. And so it brings about powerful emotion, whether it's positive or negative.
Then came a love for sports. How that love came about started with a story we've all heard before.
When I was going to bed every night, I slept with the radio on all night long. And I listened to Jack Buck call Cardinals games.
After a lengthy application process, Bremer was hired to be the PA announcer for Mizzou men's basketball games. Like his idol Jack Buck, it's Bremer's job to make folks go crazy. Of course, practice makes perfect.
When I found out a year ago that Michael Porter Jr. was coming here, I might have practiced that intro in my car for several months leading up to that first game.
He reads the pregame promos in his radio voice, but once it's game time, his arena voice takes over, and his calls have grown on the fans.
I've had many people say over the years their favorite call of mine was when Ricardo Ratliff was here. I really drug. It was like, Ricardo! It was really long. And so I did that. I think my favorite player on this current team is probably Jeremiah Tillman to do that for.
His favorite game he's ever done is a no-brainer for Mizzou fans.
This is the easiest question of all time. It's when Mizzou came back and beat Kansas in the final 2 minutes in 2012, the final time KU came here. I am a lifelong Missouri fan, a Missouri graduate, and I lost my voice for days calling that game. I was never more happy, more excited to do a basketball game than that night. It was absolutely my favorite memory here at Mizzou Arena.
To provide Mizzou with the best home court advantage possible, Bremer makes an effort to get into the heads of the opposing team. It's one of his favorite responsibilities to being behind the mic.
If we're on a roll and the other team is forced to call a timeout, whether it's a timeout Kentucky or traveling violation, I love that.
The team has also thanked Bremer for his efforts and services. But Bremer says nothing compares to what the team did for him after its final season in the Big 12.
The final year we were in the Big 12, and we won the Big 12 Conference Tournament Championship. The team got rings that year, and they gave me a ring as well. They said that they could feel games late in the game where I made a difference with my inflection in calls and in getting the crowd riled up. And so I have that ring at home. That's really cool.
A fitting reminder that champions are also found off the court.
Ethan Illers reporting. Thank you. Bremer in his 9th season as PA announcer at Mizzou basketball games. He's worked at Clear 99 since his first day of college back in August of 1999. He says he's fortunate to be working in music and sports, loves those things most, along with his family and 3 kids, of course. Let's take a look at our trivia